up? We back with another Inferno J video. This is making OP powers trash. Let's get it.
What if you could have any superpower you could possibly think of? I'm talking the most broken OP thing imaginable. That'd be pretty cool, right? Or what if someone took that power and ruined it? Yeah, we're back with another one of these. Last time I took a bunch of mid powers and made them pretty OP, and you guys seem to really like that. So for this video, we're taking a bunch of OP superpowers and making them trash. Oh goodness, what a way to start this off. You gain the power to control all the water in existence? Given that
how could you possibly make that trash? Ooh, you can only do it for like a short amount of time. Yeah. You can only do it for a short amount of time.
Given that most of the earth and humans are made of water, this makes it a very tough power to ruin. But I got a few ideas. Nerf number one. What if when you control all the water in existence, you have to control all of it at the exact same time? For example,
oh, that would suck. I have to try to control all. Yo, that's fucking terrible.
Well, you want to pour yourself a cup of water? Well, congratulations. You accidentally flooded 5 countries because pulling that water also pulled all the water in existence in the same exact direction. That also eliminates almost everything useful about controlling water, because the only thing you could possibly do with this is mass destruction. So if that's your goal, then congratulations, I just made it stronger. What if you also had to physically lift all the water you control? That limits you to what, a few gallons or something? A lot better than having to move it all at once, but it's also kind of a nuisance. There's different ways to ruin this. Infinite amount of luck. This one's a lot easier. You do realize there's both good and bad luck.
Oh, they didn't specify. They didn't specify the luck. So just changing it to bad luck. Bro, oh my God. You imagine just being the person with the worst luck ever all the time. Oh man.
Luck, right? This to me could go one of two ways. Either you get a bunch of good and bad luck at random points in your life, or you get nothing at all because they just cancel each other out. Honestly, the canceling out is probably the more likely option. It's like adding infinity then subtracting infinity. It's just 0. Actually, it might not even be 0. It's just undefined. Whatever that means. That doesn't sound good.
Nah, I would just say if you get all the... Imagine they just give you all the bad luck. I feel like that'd be worse. I'm not gonna lie.
When it comes to luck, so good luck. Owning a command block. Okay, like from Minecraft. Where are you getting the redstone, buddy? Do I even need to do...
Hold on. / command. How can you make that ass? So like with the command block from Minecraft, you can give yourself... Ooh, how are you putting... Imagine you have to do something crazy to actually put the command in. Like, you're not just thinking it out or something like that. You have the command block, but you don't know the exact commands. So you're putting in the commands multiple times. And if you don't get it right, it just doesn't happen. It never came with a guide to use that motherfucker. Oh my God, that would fucking suck.
Do anything here? I'm not a huge Minecraft guy, but to my awareness, don't you need redstone for a command block? What are you doing without it? Again, not a big Minecraft.
Oh, I thought it was a / command. I didn't know there was an actual block.
Minecraft guy or a mineral guy. I don't think redstone exists. It's like a magical red powder, so you're kind of just stuck. It's pretty cool to have. It's like...
I thought it was / command. Never mind.
A souvenir or something, but if you can't use it, it's kind of useless. I become Sukuna. Oh.
How can I...
Brother, why do you want to become the king of curses? Very broken indeed. He's one of the strongest characters, if not the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen, until you realize you're stuck as fingers. Yeah, if you become Sukuna...
Oh, yeah, you're the fingers before the nigga swallowed. Yeah, you're cooked. You're dead ass just fingers. If the nigga never swallows the fingers, you're not a vessel anymore. There's no longer a vessel. You're just stuck as fingers for eternity. Throat of curses. Okay, buddy.
You're gonna have to turn to his fingers and wait for someone to eat you and be able to withstand your power and be able to take over their body. Yeah, you're cooked. Moving along, the ability to summon calamities. Again, do I even need to do anything? How is this an OP power? Yes, summoning calamities is extremely dangerous.
I don't know what that means.
It's also dangerous for you. If you just summon like a massive tornado or thunderstorm, what?
Oh, that's what that means. You can't... If you can summon it, you can't control it. And now imagine if that motherfucker spawns right on you. And you're just in the middle of it. You can spawn the motherfuckers, but you can't control them. You're cooked. That does nothing for you but constantly put you in danger.
What are you gonna do? Even worse, you're summoning them. They come to you. Are you a crash out or something? Or are you just trying to take everybody out around you? You can adapt to all things. All right, Big Raga. Let's see what I can think of.
You adapt to all things. I just put you in the worst place to have like,
Adaptation in itself is an extremely broken power. Being able to overcome any kind of phenomena, that's tough to make bad. The best I can think of is eventually adapting till you can't feel a single thing anymore. Let's say you feel pain and you lose the ability to feel any.
ooh, you become weaker with everything. Ooh, you don't choose how you adapt. Once you adapt, you can't go back. You have to adapt into the next thing. Ooh, that would suck. Or you take a long time to adapt to it. You adapt to everything, but you take forever.
Anything. You get your heart broken, all your emotions go away. I feel like this would be an endless cycle.
Yeah, just they're not reversible. It can't be a reversible adaptation.
Until you just become a water bear or something. They can adapt to anything, so if you want to be a water bear, this is the power for you. Yeah, now that I think about it, over adaptation sounds absolutely terrifying. Wouldn't you eventually get to a point where you just vanish from existence, transcend reality? I don't know, but this next power is a lot more clear. Be able to absorb the sun, kind of like Superman. The more powers we go through, the more I realize a lot of these are just double-edged swords, because absorbing the sun will give you a ton of superpower and firepower, right?
But if you don't have the sun, you're cooked.
Why would you eliminate the sun from the universe? The earth would freeze. Become Palkia from Pokemon, all right, the god of space. I have some really good ones for this. Number one, you are caught by a Pokemon trainer because...
Oh. Well, shit. Yeah, if you want to be a Pokemon, hey, man, what's something that can happen? You get caught. Like, that's what happens. That's the thing. I just don't consent. Okay, buddy. Well, I don't think that's how Pokemon works. They'd be like, I don't consent to being caught. Well, too bad, nigga. Oh my god.
People have caught Palkia before. Secondly, you have to abide by the rules of Pokemon. That's right. Anytime you want to fight something or use your powers, you have to enter a turn-based combat system. That is if your trainer allows you to. Honestly, though, chilling as Palkia in a Pokeball probably isn't the worst thing ever. This is a pretty good one. The next power here needs an Omega Pause. What do you mean I can suck like Kirby?
Pause. What if you... Hold on. I'm gonna say something. It's very pause. It's very... No. Listen to me. I'm going to say something. It's very Ayo. It's very pause. But let me finish my sentence, please. So what if you're Kirby and you go to suck something, pause, and you miss-suck something? Pause. You suck the wrong thing, pause. I told you it's very pause. Just give me a second. So like say you go to swallow like pause. You go to swallow like fuck pause. Let me find something before I keep saying this. You can like say you can't aim the suck pause. Like say you go to like suck a pause. Fuck. Say you go to like suck a person pause. And then you suck the car. Now you a car. It's a miss suck. Pause. Fuck. But that would be the downside. That would be the downside. Absorb. Thank you. See, abrasive, you could have just gave me that. What if you accidentally absorb the sun? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't aim it.
Imagine if someone said you can eat like Joey Chestnut, the world champion hot dog guy that gobbles glizzies
God,
like
that shit is gross.
Sure, you could have the skill of eating super fast like him, but you don't have the iron stomach like he does, like you don't have the iron stomach of Kirby. Or should I say the endless vast dimension, whatever is inside of Kirby, you do not have. So yeah, you can suck all you want, inhale whatever, as long as you can digest it and fit it into your mouth.
Nice. Pause.
Yeah, we're moving along. Being able to control any sort of media produced.
How can you make this bad?
This is a really interesting power. On the surface, not exactly the most visibly broken power, but if you really think about it, media kind of controls the world. This could be really dangerous. Well, how about this? Anytime you want to manipulate any kind of media, you got to put your own watermark on it.
So they know it's you.
So now everyone knows that you're manipulating it. So instead of being someone like Lex Luthor or Vox from Hazbin Hotel, you're basically just a meme page that makes up fake news. Each time I blink, a person in the multiverse gets a year to live. Very specific.
What if... Okay, hear me out. What if every time you blink, you're giving somebody a year to live, but it's the worst people ever that you're giving more years to? It's all criminals and like felons and shit. That would be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Or like, what if it's people who are suffering? You know what I'm saying? Who have the worst conditions. They can't change their conditions, and then you just keep adding another year on, like, I said. I don't know. I'm yapping.
Big power. This is actually kind of cool. You mean to tell me if you go like this, 3 random people in the multiverse just got a year added to their life? Imagine being one of those people. That'd be pretty cool. It's like a 1-up from Mario. Well, this is about to take a very dark turn because every instance you're not blinking, for example, when you're staring, have your eyes open, someone loses a year.
Oh God. Bro, I'd be like this. I just fuck. Don't die. Don't. This nigga's a villain, bro.
Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, the multiverse is really big. I don't think it would do that much, but I'm sure you're probably screwing over a couple people at least. The ability to make anything you think of come to life. I always think about,
Ooh, what if, okay, you can only control, like, you have the power all the time, right? Right. What if you have the power all the time, but when you go to sleep, the power still works in your dreams? So when you have nightmares, the motherfuckers actually come to life. Oh my God. Oh, that would suck. Jessica Rabbit arise. All right, freak bull.
having the power of imagination and how scary it could be. Like, yes, it has so many uses. In fact, it might be one of the most useful powers, but imagine you let your intrusive thoughts win and you can't control what comes into reality. If you take this,
I told you, the dreams
power, literally it becomes the biggest double-edged sword of all time. Anytime you have any kind of bad or negative thought, scary thought, and that becomes real, your mind will just spiral into chaos. You know how mentally strong and smart you would need to be to have this power under control? I don't think that's even possible. So yeah, the power of imagination might not be as good as you think it is, but let's see about this next one. Be able to not have Inferno J make it trash. Okay, I'm just not gonna do anything. Congratulations, that's your power. I don't know how this benefits
you. Have nothing, but I just can't make it trash, so you still just have nothing.
It's you with no other superpowers, but congrats, you win. You beat me. All right, holy spelling, the ability to pull anyone that you like.
Ability?
Like, you should have got some spelling superpowers or something, but anyway.
Pull anyone you like? What if it's not genuinely like getting a number? It's just literally you pulling them towards you, and it's an awkward situation. Every time you like somebody, they physically gravitate towards you and make it awkward every single time. You're not actually getting a number, they don't like you, but it just, every time you like somebody, there's like a physical, you literally pull them towards you. Oh, that would suck. He didn't specify the way, like, pulling. He didn't specify.
Y'all remember that one episode of Rick and Morty where everyone had a crush on Morty?
Oh, or this. Yeah, this is bad too, yeah.
And it kind of just spiraled into chaos. There was also like a Fairly Odd Parents like this too. Regardless, most of the time when we see people with abilities like this, it almost never ends well. So we're just gonna put you in those shoes. That's right, anyone you like becomes super obsessed to a point where it's absolutely horrifying, and then you want to get rid of this power as soon as possible. I get an army of robots similar to Ultron that I can control. Okay, how about this? Assembly not included. You gotta build them yourself.
Oh my god. I'd be so fucking sick.
Buddy. Yeah, all the robots you could ever ask for, but you're not going to be able to build them because you're not Tony Stark, you're not Hank Pym, Bruce Banner, and also, where are you going to put these? In your garage? I'm sure you don't have space for all that. I can shapeshift. Oh, I love shapeshifting. Probably one of the best.
What would be the worst? What would be the worst thing about shapeshifting? Just, I feel like using the same tactic from the last one. You shapeshift into something, you can't go backwards. You can only shift into something original. Yeah, you can't never go back to your original form. You or extreme pain every time you change. Oh my god. So like, say you start off as a human, you shapeshift into a cat, you can't go back to a human. You just gotta go into the next thing, a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Best powers I could probably think of. There's just so much usage you can get out of it. That is, if you can shapeshift multiple times. So what if you can shapeshift and never change again? That's right, I'm giving you the ability to turn into whatever you want to, but once you turn into that thing, you can't turn back. It's a bit of stretching the rules here, but I feel like that alone would make you really think about what you turn into. Honestly, I don't even know what I would choose. I would just probably shapeshift into the physiology of a Kryptonian or something. Gojo's Infinity. This one's actually really easy. You can't turn it off. That's right, you can't feel the sensation of anything ever again. Or you could say you're not Gojo, you don't have the cursed energy reserves, you don't have the skill he has with Infinity, so you can technically have it but not be able to use it as well as him. Go ahead and pick your poison, but let's move along. I can spawn in portals that can teleport me anywhere.
Can't control where the portals take you. You can't control where the portals take you. So you're just being dropped off on some random part of anywhere. Not even just the Earth. What if it just dropped you off in a random part of the universe?
I would really want this power. This one's more really useful than it is broken, but I'm sure there's ways you can make both true at the same time. But I'm not here to help you out, I'm here to ruin your powers. I'm gonna make this one really annoying. Let's say once you spawn a portal, it doesn't go away. Doesn't exactly ruin the power, but it just makes it really annoying. Imagine
oh my god. That would be fucking terrible. So now there's just random portals every time you try to... Oh, that would genuinely piss me off. And now you trying to remember, hey, what portal is this to? Right? And then anybody can follow you anywhere? Shit start going through portals. Nobody's shit is where it's not supposed to be at. Oh, hell no, hell no.
Go to Hawaii and I spawn a portal right here. It's never gonna go away. It's stuck in my room forever. Anyone can walk through it and it's just like there. There's probably a workaround for this. Maybe buy an acre of land and spawn portals everywhere. There is people that could walk through it as they please, but you know, it's not the worst way to ruin a power. I get to fire lasers anywhere out of my body. What if you feel the pain and burn of those lasers? Imagine shooting lasers from your eyes. You feel the lasers. Lasers
just burning, singeing your shit.
From your nostrils or mouth or ears or other places. Yeah, I can't name the other holes, but I'm sure you can use your imagination. Or what if you're like Cyclops and you can't control it? You would need some special gear to control it. Where are you gonna get that? Again, use your imagination. Imagine you have lasers coming out of every hole in your body and you can't turn it off.
Oh my god.
My goodness. Able to control any plant.
Able to control any plant. But they move as slow as plants do originally. You know how when plants breathe and shit, like they move real slow, all that photosynthesis, if you want them to do something, they move as slow as they would move in real life.
This is actually a really broken power. Sounds boring at first, but just imagine you're like Swamp Thing from DC on steroids. This one's also pretty easy to give a nerf to. What if you feel every single plant? Like someone makes a salad and eats the salad and you feel the pain of that salad. I don't know if plants feel pain like that, but I'm sure you get the idea. It would probably transfer over to you, right? Like, do y'all think...
Or every time you use the power, you slowly start turning into the plant. So you only have a limited amount of uses before you're actually fully a plant.
Like a live plant enjoys being ripped out of the ground? I don't think so. You're gonna have to find out for me, Mr. Plant Powers. The power to manipulate every element of the periodic table you can name off the top of your head. That's right, right here, right now, you have to name all the elements you possibly...
All I know is gold. I manipulate the fuck out some gold, though, you know what I'm saying? Need that infinitely.
You can't come back later. You can't go study.
Hey, you. That's all I need. Hey, you. And oxygen on God. Hey, you. What we doing? What we doing?
Before, you only get the ones you can name right now. I would probably have like 5. Able to control fire, but it doesn't burn you. All right, let me ask this. Why doesn't it burn you? Let's say it doesn't burn anything else. This would be pretty cool for visual effects or just a foreign aura or something. But if you have fire and it doesn't burn, it's kind of the main purpose out the window. Yeah. Be a lawyer and be as good as Saul Goodman. I say to...
Saul Goodman was okay. Bro, y'all gave Saul Goodman too much credit. That nigga just knew people.
Give me OP powers and you give me the power to be a good lawyer. Let's say you also get the clientele of Saul Goodman. That's right, a bunch of criminals and nasty people. Well, that puts your life in jeopardy no matter how good of a job you do. Return by death. Why would you want this power?
What?
This is not a good power. It's not a pleasant power. I'm just gonna let you have it. I'm not even gonna do anything to possibly make it worse. You're just gonna have to suffer with choosing this power. Whenever you snap, money will...
You can spawn money whenever you snap. Money will appear. What if it's only a penny at a time?
Appear, so just like that. That didn't make any noise. Like that. All right, I got a simple one.
Every time you snap, it's only a penny.
For this one, the money that appears is money that you own. So you don't get money out of nowhere. It's just money you own. Would be...
That would fucking suck. That would suck so bad, actually. Oh my god, that would fucking suck so bad. It would be so useless.
Pretty useful if we still use cash, but I feel like most people nowadays don't even carry cash. I want to have Toon Force. All right, buddy, you got Toon Force, but you don't got the durability of a character like Bugs Bunny.
Oh, so you can do all that running and shit, but when you hit the ground, you're cooked.
Right, if an anvil or a blue whale falls out of the sky for comedic effect, you're not tanking that. That Toon Force is about to come real serious when you get crushed. Ooh, the ability
to fast travel to any location you've already been to. What if you can fast travel there? You can fast track to any location you've already been to, but you can't fast track back. You have to take the long way back every time. Gotta take the long way back.
You need to fast travel to any location you've already been to.
Or you have to be naked to do it.
This is almost like the Portals one, but better. How about this? You have to physically experience the speed of fast traveling each time you do it. I don't think anyone is surviving that. At least a regular human being. Honestly, that's horrific to think about. You know that meme with the skeleton where it's like, yeah, that basically becomes you. You become the Avatar, the last airbender. He's the last airbender, but you don't have to be an airbender to be an Avatar. Regardless, okay, you become the Avatar. Here's the thing about an Avatar. You get the experience of all the past Avatars, unless you're after Korra. In that case, you're even more cooked. But you don't just spawn in with all 4 types of bending. You have to learn it, and who's gonna teach you? You know what? I'm gonna make it even worse. Let's say,
who's gonna teach you airbending? Well, I mean, there's a couple airbenders now, because of Aang, but like...
The world spirals into chaos and war, and you have to be the one to solve it. Congrats, buddy. All right, we've come down to one final power here. This one might be the most serious. The power to make people invincible and make people sub to Inferno J. Honestly, you know, it'd be crazy. What if we made this power real? What if all of you watching this video hit subscribe? So this...
I did. Now what? I did. Now how you gonna make it trash?
Guy's power actually becomes a thing. You're not invincible. You know, you can make half...
I did. No, now what?
Half of it true. Please do it for him and do it for me.
I already did. Now what? What do I do now?
Wait, I've been seeing people say my videos always just end abruptly or something, which I don't really see, but I guess here's an outro. I guess I'll say a little story for the road or something. Once upon...
No, you're not about to get me. W video though. Shout out Inferno J, man.